that name is that name. You know, the man to be there.
EAGLES Eagles!
Can you smell what the fuck is cooking? We back for a Maniac Monday, y'all. Off into the championship level. You kidding me? Championship game? What? If they told us this before the season started, we would have been like, hell yeah, we gonna be there. Oh yeah. Woo! What we got for your Flock Pots today on a Maniac Monday, man? There's just so much. Get into what a great football weekend. I'm feeling great. I hope you are too, man. You know, I always like to do, man. Hope this video finds you a good vibes and good tidings. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there, because we about to go there. Oh, yeah. Woo! The table is set, man. But before we get into all that, let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe if you about that Fly Eagles Fly. Drop a comment in the box if you flying with the flock. Let's fly. Before we fly, do remember, join the maniac thing. Note again, you hit that bell, you get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly. It's takeoff time. What we got for your Flock Pots today, you may ask? Of course, you know, usually I wait until the night before the game to watch the last game, man. But you know, this is going to be on loop all damn week, boy. Kenny G with the sweet feet music. Miles Sanders looking super shifty, bro. That's a forehead. All right, I'm killing the lead, burying everything, just right off the bat, right? All right, so what we got for your Flock Pots today? We got another game recap. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bust it through. We're gonna mix it up with a little early bird preview of the next game. We're gonna mix that all into one, right? What else we got for your Flock Pots? We're gonna go outside the nest, talk about what's going on outside the league and all that, and a few of my observations, what I see and why things went down the way they went down, and all that. Maybe a little bit of something about the Maniac, but most importantly, what we got for your Flock Pots, because, you know, it just wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right to not say anything about Dallas sucking so bad. So we're going to have a little Dallas Suck Symposium. And you're asking, like, a symposium? That's a whole bunch of experts coming together. Well, you know I like alliteration, so that's really why I use it. But, you know, I also have multiple personalities, so I am all of the experts. Yeah, so I guess that's where Inside the Mind of the Maniac comes from, because we're going to break it down. We're going to get into all of that. So, just another breakdown of the last game, man, because, you know, like I said, it's going to be on loop all week for me. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for y'all, man. If you rock with the flock and you're on the same time, I'm on TikTok. It's Eagles o'clock all the time. You know what I'm saying? So we on that, right? I mean, look, I can't even take my eyes off the game right now. And what the flock? What are we doing? What the flock is you doing, Maniac? I don't know. Just doing what I do when I do what I do, right? So, bang. Recap, I think right off top, man. Goddard set the tone with that crazy stiff arm, bro. It was just so overlooked. I'm surprised I wasn't more hyped about it the other night, but it's making its cycles throughout Philadelphia Eagles social media and all that. Like, that stiff arm was so crazy. He just, Dory Jackson, I'm not forgetting that name now. What? Yeah, man. He got a little loony with it. Boom. And, you know, to that end, you know, the early touchdown and the stiff arm, like Gotti was just out there. That was just another beautiful block by Gotti. He was all over the place. He definitely was a tone setter. So I wouldn't say he was singularly set the tone, because you can also point towards and Devontae Smith. Right off the bat, boom, bomb. That should have been another Gotti touchdown. And so, you know, Gotti with that touchdown I'm talking about. You asking? No, you didn't ask. Something in my head said you asked. I don't know. That's second quarter, 7:53. That's the one where I believe Boston Scott's about to score. No, so this is the third touchdown. Right, because I have Boston Scott going whenever Daily Fantasy is up and the Eagles are playing the Giants, I'm putting Boston Scott in the lineup. Is you kidding me? I know he didn't get crazy points, but I mean, for the price, price to point ratio. He was like kind of right there, because you want 1,000 points. Anyway, whatever. You get what I'm saying. If you don't, whatever. We're over that. We're past that. So yeah. So while Dallas Goedert was a great tone setter, there was so many things, man. So many things just so on point. And then another tone setter was Smitty with the catch, his big first catch, and then he gets the second touchdown. So Smitty and Gotti came to play. And it's probably not what a lot of us anticipated seeing, probably thought, of course, the run game, we were hoping that it would be heavily implemented. But, you always think that A.J. Brown is going to be a big part of a game plan. That's A.J. Brown. But I believe maybe the Giants' plan was to take A.J. out of the game, and the Eagles were like, by all means, do not threaten me with a good time. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, hold my bid. And it was just bombing all over the place. Guys like Goddard and Smitty will route you the flock up. So that was just a great look, a beautiful game, just beautiful game plan all across the board. The coaches came and set the tempo. Did you see these guys on the sideline just wilding out after that Smitty touchdown? I just noticed it on the watch back, like, yo, they all with chest bumping, knocking each other off, helmets, headsets falling off and everything. It's crazy, man. It's pure pandemonium, maniacal ongoings at the link, man. It's just... Oh, man, I'm loving. Look, you clapping right there, too. You clapping, that's my guy. So, yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. It's Nick Sirianni, man, so sincere. That dude is like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Woo, I love it. Oh, yeah. So, we got that. They're looking great. And I just think, like I said, they will route you the flock up. You take AJ out of it, and I believe it can bode well for us later on into the playoffs. Well, actually, next round going against the Niners. And there's just so much that this offense can do. Like, our offense went off like that without perhaps the biggest star on the offense, that being A.J. Brown, or just maybe other guys are emerging. Like, it's just a ridiculous Swiss Army knife what we have on the offensive side of the ball. And then that led me to think, like, so what would you consider the turning point of the game to be? Initially, I was like, that JB interception, but by that point, we were already up 14-zip. Maybe the second the Eagles equipment had turned on the lights in the locker room, like, or whenever they turned on the lights at the link, like, that was the turning point, like, what? But then I took another look, while, like I said, I'm watching the game right now. What, that 3rd and 3 and that 4th and 8, that whole scenario of those two plays right there just could have possibly, we may have blown them out regardless who knows. But they were moving on us. They were on the border of field goal range, and 3rd and 3, that trip, Hassan Reddick with the pressure, that weapon of mass destruction, like he's just been living in every backfield on the face of the earth at this point, man. I don't know how he's a second-team All-Pro. Got that other dude up there, even though I can't lie, man. Micah Parsons is looking stupid. Like, but we're gonna leave that alone. I can't stand that he's that good. Like, oh my God, he should be an Eagle. Damn, I am shining in my I'm hot. Because I'm hyped up, bro. I'm so ready, man. The word is it's going to be hot next week, like 47 degrees, game time, 3 o'clock. Woo, we're going to get into all of that. We got so much to get into, man. We're going to be here for a while, man. Lock in, man. Go get your food, go get a snack, go get something, man. I don't know. Turn up, I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. What? Flock up and flock off and get the flock out of here. Not you stick around because it's going down. You know what I'm saying? What? The Eagles have outscored the Giants 61-7 in the first half at this point. What? And that's about to go up to about 69, I believe. Woo, man. 68, 60, whatever. My math is crazy. So you got that going, right? That turning point right there. The weapon of mass destruction. He was just all over the place. 2 sacks back to back. I mean, would you call it the third? I mean, you have to add the 3rd and 3 play because without the 3rd and 3, they're not going for it on 4th and 8, right? So I guess it's a combo. And then the fact that they went for it on 4th and 8, like, you could have pinned us back. We just went down the field on your crazy, dumb fast, and you're going for it on 4th and 8 against us, like, league-leading, damn near history-making sack team, bro. Like, is you stupid? And then, boom, just the stats keep rolling in, man. 3 guys producing plus 1,000-yard seasons, career highs for Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, and then you got AJ setting a team record It's just stupid. It's just all over the place, man. The way that we can attack another team, man. I just hope we keep this thing going against San Francisco. And that being said, speaking of those three, it's like we have a four-headed. There was a four-headed monster in the backfield the other night, man. Like a four-headed. Everyone's saying three-headed. Like, do not forget Jalen Hurts is running quarterback. Miles Sanders, 1,000-yard rusher. Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, the Giants, like a four-headed monster, bro. Like, what are you going to, the snap trapper? Like, what is this, bro? Y'all might know it if you're parents or if you're the type of parents that watch cartoon movies without your kids, like me and Mrs. Maniac. Yeah, man, how to change your like a the snap trapper. What? There's something there, bro. That's crazy. Because they right off the snap, they trapping, bro. Like, boom. It's crazy just what this offense can do. Like, in the multitude of ways, it is, my mind is blown by, like, it was refreshing to see that back, because the prior 2 weeks I was suffering from PEDs, not performance-enhancing drugs. I was suffering from Philadelphia Eagles deprivation. Like, there was no football. I was, like, losing my mind. Like, I needed, like, plus, especially, like, the last few weeks prior to the bye week were not our best weeks of the year. Those turned, like, our worst. That was probably our worst period, our worst segment, our worst time of the year for the Eagles, for Eagles fans, I imagine also, right? Because if it's bad for them, it's bad for us, right? So those 3 weeks we're watching, like, boom. I mean, even you could have the Chicago game of the year for about a good 2 months. It just wasn't up. After that Titans game, it was just like, I did, like, that Chicago game. You remember we were all like, wow, like, what the flock is we doing here? What is this? What is this madness? Like, they are one of the worst run defenses. But I'm so glad it will happen. Yeah, enough of that. Enough of the past. We out of the past, we into the present. We enough right now, man. Stay focused, just like we want our team to stay focused on the present. And we're looking ahead to anything, man. The next up is the Niners, right? So just that four-headed monster. Okay, so yeah, like I said, that's a great flock. It's a great transition into what we talking about next. Next game, early bird preview, right? So being said, I'm seeing it as on to the Niners, right? And Brock Purdy's 9 lives are up, in my opinion. He's played in 9 games this season. The Niners, those 9 lives are up. Get him up, zip him up, get him out of here, man. Like, I just don't think he has anything for us. We've seen it time and time again against team after team after team after team. I have rejuvenated faith in our coaching staff right now, especially after that performance last week. And I'm pretty sure, I can't say that we knew that we were gonna play the Niners, because I mean, the Cowboys, as much trash as we talk about them, were more formidable opponents for them. Like, in a lot of ways, they could have. I'm not necessarily going to say should have, but they could have won that game. Just like I think if they were to play us, like that we all know that Dak that we saw yesterday, he's an enigma, man. He's a mercurial figure, because 1 second he's like this, and next second he's like that. Like, you cannot gauge this dude. He's on, especially this year. It's like a roller coaster. One game he's on, one game he's off, and it seems like it's every other game. And we so happen to fall. We picked the wrong stick. That's a fact this time. But I mean, we were going up against them with our backup quarterback and all that. But enough of that. Like I said, keep drifting into the past. Stay on track, Maniac. So you got They could have, well, it is. This is what it is. We're facing the Niners, right? And I just believe Purdy's time is up. And what we're dealing with, what the momentum that we're coming in with, they have to, I believe it does not bode well for them coming from the West Coast over to the East Coast for an early game at that. It will be a 12 o'clock game for them at home. So their whole schedule is shifted off, and I hope that has an effect. Of course, I hope that has an effect on them. And it just, they're just not at 100%. And that's another thing, another question I pose to you guys. What do you think? You know, everyone always says, like, one of the biggest determining factors in football is the turnover ratio, the plus-minus ratio. You know, if you're getting the ball and you're not giving up the ball, right? So I was thinking, like, has anyone ever done a deep dive into the health of a team, the health of teams in the playoffs, rather? Because I imagine throughout the course of a season, there are many teams that are probably at 100% health. They're just not as good talent-wise. But when you come to this part of the season, the playoffs, pretty much, you know, there's this small, I mean, except between us and the Giants, you know what I'm saying? There's small gaps between talent, a small gap between the talent of teams, right? I know I'm saying that wrong, but you get what I'm saying, right? So you've got that going on. And right now we're coming in the healthiest. So what is the ratio as far as the most healthy teams and their percentage of victories in the playoffs like? Because right now we look like we are the healthiest team out of them all. You know what I mean? Not to say, I hate talking about injuries, so don't do it, right? Don't do it, Maniac. All right, so I'm gonna stop. Yeah, so there's that. So we're just very healthy right now, and we'll keep it at that. And I mean, could you imagine if Avonte Maddox comes back next week? Because the defense was on point last week. Speaking of which, we're going to backtrack. I'm so sorry, man, because I forgot to bring this up. The craziness about that 4th and 8 play. I don't know if y'all saw that 5-man front that we brought to the table. I haven't seen this combination before. It may have occurred, but I haven't seen it. Did you know we had Sweaty? No. We had Sam Reddick on the edge, BG, Sue, Millwell, and Sweaty. What? Oh, man, it's just what we can put on that line is just stupid, man. Trench mob, trench up. Oh, man, it just pumps me up what we can do, right? So we got that going, and that's what Purdy has to look forward to next week, man. And not to say that their defense is not a formidable defense also. Like, so, we definitely got something to look out for as far as, Jalen Hurts protection. I mean, I just think that we can just do so much against a defense that it damn near does. I know it matters. I know it might be a knockdown, drag 'em out game, but man, just the confidence that I have right now, I see it. I just see us rolling, man. I just see us rolling, man. Drop down on the bottom with your Pixar next week. I mean, of course, you feel that the Eagles are going to win. Who do you think we'd be facing if we won in that SB game, in that big game at the end of the year? I'm back on my superstition. I can't help myself. Losing it, man. We're right down to the nitty gritty, y'all. Whoa, man. Oh, so close I can taste it. You got that going on. The other game, the Bengals and the Bills. I'm seeing the Bengals, y'all. I don't know, man. What else I want to touch on in the game? The Niners, they got the long trip. We're the most healthy team. I believe they have weak DBs, weak defensive backs, and also I believe that we should have beat them last year when we played them. And I don't know if y'all recall what happened last year when we played them, and that's why I think this will be BG's revenge game since we've been on this revenge tour all season, and we've been exacting revenge all across the league this season. So that's just another reason I think we got this game, man. But at the end of the day, we can say whatever we want to say right now. We know this all plays out on the field, man. But this is how we do. This is our therapy session. This is how we get it off. This is how we traverse through these terrains of fandom, right? So you got that going. I definitely BG's revenge, man. So okay, last year when we played them, if you recall, Devontae Smith and Rager both had touchdowns called back. I believe it was Kez too. Oh, Kez got caught, which was crazy. That was just stupid. But and then I believe Rager and Devontae got called for running out of bounds, things that just don't happen anymore. But what I'm saying, they were burnt, they were cooked toast, man. They were fried chicken last year as far as those DB goes, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they know what they're facing against us, so they're gonna have plans and aspirations of stopping whatever we bring into the table, but I just don't think they have enough to do it. And I think I'm just loving where our coaching staff is going with everything that we're doing, Because what they do have, though, are great linebackers. So, that's when it comes to, determination, will, and all that. And, however we come together, whatever game plan we put together, like all kinds of things, of course, are going to come into play when it comes to that. And as good as they are, of course, I'm looking at the world through Eagles colored glasses. You know what I'm saying? I just think Gotti's better. Open your eagle eye. Ow! You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think that's going down. And just, of course, I can't stop saying it, man. BG's revenge game, man. That was the game he got knocked out last year. You know what I'm saying? So he's coming back. It's on the same field that it was on before. Sheesh, man. Wait, no, was we out there? No, it couldn't have been out there. That was 1 o'clock. I feel like it was an early. Did we make them play us at 1 o'clock? Oh man, that's just crazy, man. So yeah, I think we're gonna win, and I think the Bengals are gonna win over there, man. Because just Bengals Eagles, it just seems like it's meant to be. Haha, you see what I did there? Bengals Eagles, right? And but flock the bee. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hit with that. 2 birds up to the bees. If that scenario goes down, right? Because when you look at it, I mean, there's a lot of history if it was to be Bengals San Francisco. They played each other in 2 Super Bowls already. So a third time would be stupid. Can you see the NFL doing that? Sometimes, when we're thinking about things like this, we start to get into a conspiratorial mind states and all that when, maybe that nothing doesn't have anything to do with it. But if it does, I don't think they would want a third time of Bengals and San Fran, Eagles KC. That would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's something I could see the league getting behind, as far as, Kelsey brothers, the history that Andy Reid has with the, that, this, that, and the third and all that. KC and San Fran, they've already seen that before, who wants to see that again? And I'm just KC. We don't know what's up with Patrick Mahomes and all that, so, and I'm not going to get into that because we're staying away from the injury talk, right? Yeah. So outside the Nets, man, a lot of people are talking about, this, that, and the third about the Bills game and Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that, man. I think at the end of the day, I believe that team was just emotionally drained after what they've been through this season. What with the sickness of the owner, Dawson Knox's brother, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with what happened with that, but it was a tragedy. If you want to look it up. Have issues, like why even hop on here if I'm so touchy-feely? I got a story for y'all about that, right? About just, all right, Dawson Knox lost his brother this year. Then of course you got DeMar Hamlin. You know what happened with DeMar Hamlin? So they've been through a lot this season. I don't know for sure what toll that may take on the team, but I can't imagine it not taking a toll on the team. And just, maybe them dudes just need a rest. Like, step away from football, go take a nap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even to be funny. Like, I don't know, but times like this is when you persevere and, you face adversity in life and the goal is to muscle through this, that, and the third. And it all sounds good and great and all, but sometimes, like they say, man, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just not the time. And that team just kept getting bombarded with thing after thing after thing after thing. So I would not put that completely all on Josh Allen, albeit I did hear a lot of people bringing I was just listening to Colin Cowherd speaking on, maybe the time of the defensive head coach is just maybe not what to say it's over. Maybe it's done for now because there are cycles in this league. Everything is very cyclic. Did I get it right this time, y'all? I don't know, man. I'm still laid off of that word for a long time. So you got that. And who knows? Maybe something could be said about them needing an offensive coach over there to help Josh Allen through or help them get to the next level. You can see that he may have taken a step back since losing Brian Dable. I don't know. This is all speculation at this point. We don't know what really goes on behind the scenes, what happens, what makes certain guys tick and other guys not, and what comes into that formula. I don't know, but things just weren't right for the Bills right now at this time, and Joe Burrow was out there spinning that thing. Did y'all see the throw at the dude? Like, stupid. Like that, his talent is just stupid. But right now, we're focused on the Niners. Focus on the Niners. But we're outside the Nets right now. But I mean, to face him, I could imagine it being just stupid. But just like I said, it's not all Josh's fault. I don't believe it was all Dak's fault last night, rather. I don't believe it was all Dak's fault last night. Like, when you look at it, I mean, you could literally say that the defense dropped the ball, albeit Dak had 2 interceptions. We know we're going to get into that in a second, but the defense dropped the ball. If Diggs catches that interception, that game is turned on its head. It's still a tie game. Or does it become a tie game? I don't know. That's 7 points taken off the board. And I mean, like, it just seemed like they were doomed at that point because I believe they had like 2 pass interference calls or some craziness. And eventually they got into the end zone, felt like 20 minutes late on the same damn drive. So, I wouldn't put it all on Dak. But if we were giving out Oscars, matter of fact, we would call them Chokeys. And this is where we get into the symposium. This is where we get into the Dallas sucksness of it all. Yeah, all the maniacs are here, baby. And, Dallas sucks. Period. None of that, what I just said right there, excuse them from sucking. That was just me trying to be, I don't know, empathetic. Sure. But they're still pathetic. Dallas sucks. Oh, yeah. I said, when I wanted to give it to the Giants fans, man, I said I was going to be incorrigible and unsavory, distasteful, and all of that for this week, man. But, you know, like, we've been smacking him up, and I think I'm pretty much over what happened to me last year when I went into MetLife and we lost. Like, that was the first Jalen Reagor. Yeah, I'm saying it. Jalen Reagor gave me my first live loss of my life. Like, I've never seen an Eagles loss live at a game. I believe my record now is like 7-1. You know, fuck you, Jalen Reagor. But yeah. So I just don't feel right. Like, you know, it's just like piling on, man. Like, I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. You know, like, fuck the Giants. Can't wait for them. You know what? Because I haven't really seen many of them. That none of them are picking up their phones. So, you know, there's like no fun in it. But it's always fun to tear up the Cowboys because the Dallas sucks. The Dallas sucks. What am I, Starfire over here? So yeah, man. You got that. One of my boys, G-Man fan. So he actually picked up his phone. Did he? Or we texting? I don't know. Whatever the case may be. He was like, boy, Inf. So he goes, you know, it feels better that the Cowboys lost. It feels better. You know, that always makes a loss feel better. As Giants lose, but the Cowboys lose, and you can always depend on them for that. Like last year when we lost, that next day, and it's not just that they lose, it's in the ways that they lose. They lose in epic fashion, like movie fashion, like it's so they're entertaining in their losses, so you almost forget about your loss. Like I wasn't even normally, you know, during the regular season, like sometimes your rivals' loss feel better than the wins, but chill, we're on our way to the NFC Championship game, man. Nothing can feel much better than that. But it was a nice little treat for them to lose also. The whole NFC East is out of here, flock them all. But you know, so I was like, you know what, maybe you give out awards to these guys. Like, you know how they got the Oscars, you give out the Chokeys to these dudes, right? So it's like, who's the best actors, best leading actors in a comedy, tragedy, thriller, or drama, whichever it's all a matter of perception, whichever way you're looking at it. I mean, for me, it would be a comedy, you know what I mean? For a fan, they'd probably look for a Cowboy fan, they'd probably look at it as like a thriller, a drama, you know, what they're going through, you know what I mean? Maybe even a documentary, right? But for me, it's a comedy. What's the other one? Comedy, it's a tragedy. Yeah, they might look at it as a tragedy also. But the best leading actors would go to Dak and McCarthy, man, because I mean, it's a comedy of errors that they exhibit during the biggest times. Like, I mean, and you know if it was us, because Dak's something that, like, don't let them ever play an NFC East team in the playoffs. That's all I got to say, because, like, it's weird how that dude owns the NFC East, but enough of that talk. No, you know, let's not block the empathy, right? So Dak comes up, those 2 interceptions. Like, I'm looking at these, and I'm like, dude, it just doesn't happen when he plays us. Like, what? I mean, right off the bat, we did get a pick 6 on. But yeah, those 2 interceptions are just some wild interceptions. I didn't know what he was seeing, what he was doing. Even on the replays, it's like it just looked like it looked like real amateur college, high school, JV football. Like, what is he throwing up? And I'm like, is this the same guy that you see throwing like 20 straight completions, like just going off against the Buccaneers last week, who was not a bad defense, but I guess they really were ready to pack it up and get the flock out of there. A tale of 2 quarterbacks, man. A mercurial figure, a freaking enigma, man. I do not understand that dude in the least, right? So that's the best actor role, right? And McCarthy, man, I tried to tell my boy the other day, like, he's actually a good coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look at his record and all that outside, well, there's not really much outside of Aaron Rodgers, but he's done a lot. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it comes down to the time, and the time, like, what? Oh my gosh! Like, what are you? It takes 40 seconds to get off a punt. Like, you have to have your next play lined up in situations like that. 2 minutes, 3 minutes left in the game. Like, it's just weird. Like, 40 seconds off the clock, just like that. When you've got 3 timeouts, they could have probably gotten 2 downs in there before the 2-minute warning. That's just crazy. And then the last play, we're gonna put our multi-million-dollar running back at center. What are we doing over here? Backyard football BS again, homie? 2 years in a row, you've ended your season in the most comedic of ways, best comedy, best actor in a comedy, man. Mike McCarthy, bro. Like, it is stupid. Oh, snap, I didn't even see them put Eli on the camera the other night. That's funny. That was a second, literally. He's like, no cameras. Don't tell him I was here. Oh, my God, did you see Peyton Manning's son with the Hurts jersey on? Jalen Hurts, his favorite player? Oh, snap, I didn't even joke before we get into the next thing. Gainwell is an Eagles fan. How did that... Did I bring that up the other night? I forget, man. How did that skip past my Eagle dog? Bro, Gainwell wanted to be McNabb and Vic coming up, bro. Just good stuff, all right? So then we've got Best Supporting Actor in a New Role. What? In a comedy, thriller, drama, tragedy, whatever you want to call this, all about a perception. Mr. Dalton Schultz. What? Where did you come from, Mr. Susan Paul? Oh, yeah, new role. This guy just pops up on the scene, making some dope moves. Like, oh, never thought it would be him, man. He looked like a Jason Witten type. You know what I'm saying? A killer. Nope. He wants to pop up in a comedic way, also, and what he's pedaling backwards. Like, we don't know the rules, and that goes back to coaching, doesn't it? This guy's backpedaling. If you're backpedaling, as it is before you go out of bounds, that is considered still inbounds, so the clock's gonna keep going. Then he says, I'm in a reoccurring role. He's like, let me get this out of bounds. Thinks he's still in college, 1 foot in. I don't know, man. Dalton Schultz, man. Best supporting actor in a comedy, thriller, drama, documentary, whatever you want to call it. It's all a matter of perception. It's funny as hell to me, right? And then we got a new award for because these aren't the Oscars, these are the Chokeys. We're gonna call these the Chokeys. And the Chokey for Best M. Night Shyamalan, I thought he was the killer. Twist award goes to Brett Mayer. I thought he was gonna be the killer, right? Didn't you think he was gonna be the killer? I thought he was gonna kill the season. It's a wrap. That guy came out kicking for real. What a twist, man. With some real M. Night Shyamalan-ish, man. It was just stupid. Super funny, man. That's just us having a little fun inside the mind of the Maniac. The Dallas Sucks Symposium. We're going to wrap this up, man. Oh, man, there's so much to get into. But I think I did all I had written down, man. I'm like, just so hyped, ready for this. Just so ready for this. What's coming up, man? This is big, man. This is for everything, man. And we want to stay focused like we want our team to stay focused, right? So it's for the Niners. It's on the Niners. It's all about the Niners this week, y'all. Keep your energy on that. Keep your mind on that. Stay focused on the task at hand, just like we want our team to, and put that energy out there, man. And hopefully they'll receive it and go out there and execute on Sunday. And we got this, y'all. We got this. If you're turning up at the link, man, turn all the way up. And just loving it. Oh, man. Victory formation, man. Don't y'all think victory formation should be called Philly formation? Like the Eagle formation or something? Like, dude, it's because of us this was invented. Miracle at the Meadowlands, baby. Ooh, man, I'm just so pumped for this. So keep that energy out there. I just think we got this. Defense to defense, I think we match up pretty well, and I believe our offense, we out. That's where we got them at. We have the better offense. They have the number one ranked defense. We have the number 2 ranked defense. We've got the number 1 ranked offense. I believe their offense is ranked like number 5. And yeah, man, that being said, man, in the meantime, until the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You know how we do, y'all. Woo! Well, we got questions. You know who we got questions for. Who we got questions for? We got questions for you, NFL. We got questions for you, NFC. We're going to answer some of these this week, you know. And all them questions for the NFC East, at least for the 2022 season, they have been answered. Zip them up, they out of here, they don't. We are the ones. Number 1. With number 1. Let's go. Play my music, EAGLES, Eagles. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Jalen Hurts dance, we done forgot. What you done forgot?